All right, guys, we are hanging out here backstage with Breaking Benjamin. Who do I have here?
Aaron Fink.
What do you do in the band?
I play guitar. I try. On a good day.
You guys have a brand new album, Dear Agony. Tell me about it.
This one took a little bit longer to make for various reasons, but I think it turned out good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And what do you think makes it different? Hello. Oh, it's a phone. Okay. I was like, is there a doorbell in here? What do you think makes it different from some of your previous albums?
I think technically some of the songs are a bit harder to play. The first two records there was a different drummer, and Mr. Chad has been with us for a while, and he's a bit more progressive, and I think all of us, as you get older, you just become a better musician. So
yeah,
there's a lot of like really cool little inside out riffs on this record, and that took. When you first hear them, you're like, oh, that sounds simple. Then you try and play them, and you're like, oh, it's a little bit more complicated than I thought.
When you're a small band, I mean, when you guys were starting out, do you remember what it was like the first time you heard yourself on the radio, and I guess what that moment was like for you as a band?
There's so many times you can hear So Cold where you're like, all right. We've been fortunate enough to be in a position where I do hear us on the radio all the time, which is kind of fun.
Yeah.
And, my son will be like, leave it on. I'll be like, no, dude, I heard the song a gazillion times. So I'll be like, no, I like that. So, but yeah, it's still kind of fun. But the first time definitely is very exciting.
Yeah.
It makes you feel like you're part of something a little bit bigger than yourself.
How does your son feel about the fact that his dad is in Breaking Benjamin, this popular band that probably his friends have heard of?
I'm just his dad,
Yeah.
So it was, in particular, he came to one show and he sat, when we started playing, he was sitting next to me, and like 2 songs in, I look over and the kid's like sleeping. I was like, well,
How'd that make you feel?
he's over me. Yeah, he's over it.
Is it difficult to be on tour all the time and not being in your hometown, in your own bed sort of thing?
Besides friends and family, like my son is who I miss the most, but he's quite used to it, and so am I. I went on tour 2 weeks after he was born. I think if he was old enough to rationalize, he would encourage what I do, and
Maybe come with you.
maybe yeah, when he gets older, I'm sure it'll be like, in the summertime, be like, can I come out with you? So, but keep him away from the booze and the women.
When did you realize that you guys had made it in the industry? When did you realize your life was different than the average person as a popular band?
I mean, we were a slow burn. Our first record wasn't huge. It was a moderate success, but it wasn't hugely popular. So, I mean, I've seen bands come out swinging, come out with platinum records, and then now, we're still here and they're, doing whatever. But it took a while. So nothing for me has been that shocking. Like, I wasn't, working at the grocery store last week, and then the next week I'm playing the arena.
Would you say it's worth it?
It is at this level, I always ask myself, if I was this age and still slinging it out in like to 10 people in the clubs, might hang it up.
Yeah.
And go get a real job.
But
at this level, it's we're all a part of something that's bigger than ourselves at this point. So it definitely is.
How do you respond to haters and critics? Because I mean, when you get popular, there's going to be blogs. I mean,
These kids on the blogs.
do you pay attention to that?
I
Does
don't.
that bother you at all?
I don't. Never been on a blog before.
Yeah. But you got to hear about it. Okay, if someone comes up to your face and says, "I don't like your music," how does that make you feel?
Cool. Don't come to the show. Don't buy a T-shirt.
Well, you come across as a very professional, down-to-earth dude, but there's got to be a moment where you've had a big, embarrassing moment on stage. All right, let's hear your best embarrassing moment.
The first show I ever played, ever in my entire life, our singer decided it was a good idea to take a hit of acid, and the show didn't go off without a hitch. Let's put it that way. I think we did the old play a song, stop, and then restart it from the beginning, which is the ultimate no-no. I think we did that twice that night. But
There's got to be a couple other things that happened that you remember that, I mean, what were some?
I think he was singing they had balloons there, and he was singing with the helium voice on a couple songs too, like an octave up. That's pretty. I wonder if that's on.
You guys have come a long way.
Video on somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, that was obviously before the days of cell phones and YouTube and all that shit. So.
Dude. Why wasn't I at this show?
Bob down.
So you guys have come a long way since then, huh?
Not really.
No.
Surprised. We're still pretty. Still kind of amateur
Still
hour
doing
out here
helium
sometimes. Yeah.
acid.
I got slimed once, which was pretty fun.
How'd that happen?
Some kid must have, thought it was funny to bring a bunch of, the gumball. You get in the gumball machines with the twisty
Yeah.
thing. He must have stockpiled the slime before he came to the concert, and he had me in his sights, and he bullseye, man. He got me. Yeah. I'm not sure where it was, but so I'm just playing along, and I get like Nickelodeon style, slimed. Does Nickelodeon? Yeah, it's still on, right? Yeah. And I was mad for 10 seconds, and then I thought it was funny.
It's got to be kind of hard to.
There was a cascade of wrong notes after that, though.
Don't worry, there's plenty more where that came from. Come with me behind the scenes, backstage, and onto the tour bus to meet your favorite stars. We are backstage with Slipknot. I am here with my good friend, the American Idol, Chris Allen. I'll ask questions you've never heard before and show you the answers you won't find anywhere else. You said you're a Justin Timberlake fan.
No.
No?
No.
Maybe that wasn't you? What do you like about Katy Perry?
Everything.
Happy
birthday, dear bride.
Huge meaning or self-defining sort of thing.
I think we just lost one of our interviews. Rate, comment, and subscribe for new videos every week. Reporting for YouTube, I'm Brian O'Dell. I'm the reason you go on tour.
You're the reason I'm here, baby.